Hello, everyone. Karen Glasser here.
And Mel Greenberg.
And welcome to Uncorked, life exposed in the most unexpected ways, where what you see is not always what you get. And today we are having an enlightening conversation that we are calling, Should I Stay or Should I Go? I don't know. Should we stay or should we go?
Staycation versus vacation. The world's opening up, and we're here to share our distinct differences and approaches and give you some great ideas and suggestions to get your summer off on a good start.
Absolutely.
But first, we got
to do cheers here. So we're going to just cheers. I'm drinking White Claw hard seltzer. I know, and
that's where the differences start.
Totally is where the differences start. This is hard seltzer. It's natural lime. I've already poured myself a glass, and so we're going to just cheers to the summer.
And I'm drinking a Hugo Spritz, which I first encountered staying at the Belmont in Ravello, Italy, and it is the most refreshing to me. It's a little elderflower, soda water, ice, mint, lime, and of course, Prosecco. So
you can't go wrong with Prosecco. You cannot go wrong with Prosecco.
And, right?
And as a matter of fact, we put that recipe into our Uncorked kit. And you can go find it there online, bit.ly, with a little / Uncorked Live. And you'll find the recipe in addition to a bunch of really cool things that go along with this show today. So just some housekeeping, whether you're here live or on replay, make sure you say hi, put it in the comments, and tell us where you're from, because we'd love to see you, be introduced to you, and respond to you. So Mel, we're literally, it's should we stay, should we go, staycation versus vacation. And
this was so fun to plan and talk about doing and sharing with you all, because I mean, once we got vaccinated, we were flying, we were gone. Yeah. Bags had been packed. They were never unpacked, truth be told. And we were out the door. So I can empathize with those who have other circumstances. And Karen, you're going to kind of go into that, because it's not just, there's so many reasons that lead us to one choice or another. And it's important to empathize and respect those differences. Absolutely. But I'm gone. I'm on the plane.
I know you are. And I think I'm going to live vicariously through you.
Okay.
You've already been to Hawaii. You've been multiple places in the country. And I know that you're probably going to go into Italy probably relatively soon.
Sooner than later. Yeah.
Sooner than later. Me, not so much, even though I love Italy and I would love to go to Italy. I'm just not there yet. I'm just not quite comfortable. And I think that's where this whole topic came up, is that how can we be so much alike and yet so different in the way we approach this whole thing right now, right?
Right. And I think that's where we are globally. You know, the divisions are significant, but so many factors, as I mentioned, play into it. Whether you may be taking care of elder family members, you may have a compromised immune system or concerns, or you know what, you're just more comfortable at home. And even I went through that. I who at the drop of a hat will be on a plane and always keep a bag packed, because I love this planet of ours and experiencing every aspect of it. But the first time last year, my first trip I live in Southern Arizona, and my first trip back to California, where I'm from, I really experienced a sense of vulnerability that I had never gone through before. And it still settles within me uncomfortably, because it's like, I mean, our world had changed these past 14, 15 months, and that's never going to go away. So now it's a matter of,
how do you navigate it?
How do you navigate those changes and not become, still be who you are and honor that.
Right.
But also the fact that it has changed. It's tricky stuff.
It is very tricky stuff, and it really has changed. And in my situation, my husband is a cancer survivor and was still going through treatment. And so I was neurotic, literally to the point of, I don't think we left our house for a year and a half. We never left our house. We just now are just starting to get out. And in fact, I've been to the market twice. I know it sounds silly, but
it doesn't sound silly. I mean, that's the thing. It's like we have to really kind of stop worrying about what everybody else is thinking, and do what's right for us without attempting to harm someone else, obviously. Exactly. But we have to live. I'm a cancer survivor.
I know. Yep.
But I wasn't going through I mean, and I have friends that were, and they handled it much differently. So I
Right.
think that those are profound distinctions that need to be made and respected.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we said vacation versus staycation
Yeah.
because clearly I'm on the staycation side and you clearly are on the vacation side going out. So let's talk about where all those things might be. I mean, there are locations. We can go local. We can go more across the country, USA,
Mhm.
Mexico, Hawaii, which I said you've already done, North America, and international. Scares me even to say it, but as I said, I'm going to vicariously live through you. Um,
You
and then there's things like Airbnb and VRBO and short-term rentals, which I'm almost there and that kind of thing because it's I think we make up these stories, right, in our head that say, well, that's okay, but this is not. So in my head, that's almost okay because I can go in with my things and clean stuff and I'm driving there in my car. How about you? I mean, are you going to do any Airbnbs or VRBO?
We have done Airbnb actually through this, and it's been a great experience. And what we have encountered through the homes, there have been two instances, and they are taking such precautions. And I don't know if it's corporate requiring them to do so or it's an individual choice, but we felt so secure and so safe in the environment and the steps that they took to provide
Right.
a venue that you could feel safe in. So I would do that. But something else that you might consider that I have friends that are doing now is RV.
I love RVing.
Mhm.
So what's something that people probably don't know about me is we owned a fifth wheel.
Yeah.
And we owned it for 10 years. And I lived in Southern California at the time. And we used to go to Pismo like 6 times a year,
Mhm.
right on the beach. I loved RVing, but I'm now moving towards going to a hotel. I live in Palm Desert and our anniversary is coming up. So we've been discussing maybe we're going to go to one of the casinos, the resorts that are 5-star resorts.
There's so many great resorts in the valley too. Growing up in San Diego, we spent a lot of time in the Coachella Valley, and one of my favorite places is Ingleside Inn. And it's on Ramon, I think, right off Palm Canyon. It's got so much Hollywood history and it's charming, and you can really escape right in our
own backyard. And especially when you're living at 120-degree temperature, which is what we are. I don't know how hot it is by you, but you have
close. We haven't gotten back to 120, 118. So we're chasing you.
I used to say, but it's a dry heat, not so much
And
anymore.
that does matter.
Yeah, well, it's kind of humid right now. So I'm actually now leaning towards we're going to go to a resort, and I'll get that information from you after we finish the show because that sounds interesting to me.
Oh, it's lovely.
Totally sounds interesting.
Yeah.
As you said, camping, glamping. So for those of you who the idea of being in a tent, like forget it. You're not going to be in a tent. You can glamp. I mean, there are places out there that have prefab tents that are on platforms and they have restroom, the whole thing. So that's an option too. I don't know if I would.
Have you done Joshua Tree?
It's too hot right now. As soon as things cool, I am going up to Joshua.
They actually opened a location here in Tucson in the southwest in part of the Saguaro National Monument area, west of Tucson.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm dying to go out and try that. So it would be a staycation.
That would be a staycation. And then we talked about travel options, like taking something rather than maybe just your car. Maybe you get on a train, you get on a plane. We said RV, or cruises. Now that's my favorite kind of travel is a cruise. But to be honest, it feels like to get on a ship right now, you would literally be, surrounded. It's already an issue on cruises.
Right.
You don't touch the handles when you're walking downstairs. They have they've always had the sanitizers when you walk into dining areas.
Yeah, even before COVID. Mm-hmm.
Right. So that'd be something I'd probably look into once they've gotten this back under. I think the first cruise ship went out this weekend.
Excuse me. We were originally supposed to do a cruise in God. Oh no, it was actually going to be in July. What am I thinking? But then it was with Virgin, and they extended to September. So I don't know that that's open up, and it's changing daily because just recently we heard that parts of Australia, good friends in Melbourne, are locking down again because the variant strains are presenting concern. And Italy may shut down again. So it really is.
So California is now saying, put your mask back on when you are inside an indoor area. They're saying now we have to put our mask, whether you're vaccinated.
Really?
So, it's like every day it's a new day. You don't know. You have to be attuned to what the news is telling us. But I do love cruising. I love unpacking once. I love
That's
the idea.
probably my least favorite way to travel, I'm going to be honest.
There you go.
Because I really like being in a place and staying there and really getting and diving into the people and the culture and the food and just becoming a neighbor. If
You
you
and
will.
my hubby would get along fine. When we go on cruises, he does the tours. I lay on a chaise lounge. And I think for me, it's the only way I can unwind after go, go, go. Because as you know, I'm go, go, go all year long. And so going on a cruise is, for me, really, it's an escape because I can't use my phone and I can't use my computer and I can't do anything internet wise other than paying a crap load of money, right, to get onto the internet.
You just hit on something that I think I would love this to be the main takeaway today, is that that's what works for you. So you do it. And whatever it is, whether it's the staycation, whether you're having a big barbecue in your backyard for you and your husband, or for 25 people, whatever makes your day, whatever makes you feel comfortable and safe and happy, because every day is a gift and you got to figure out how to get through all this.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. I mean, that is the takeaway. I hope that you guys are listening. That really is the takeaway. Now, I'm not athletic in any way, shape, or form at all. So I live in a community where there's golf. I don't golf. I live in a community where there's tennis. I don't play tennis. There are swimming pools. There's pickleball. I don't play pickleball. They have bocce. I have played
bocce. Oh, I love bocce.
And it's fun. And I played it when I first was living in Napa. So we did that up there. But it's funny. I'm not athletic. Are you athletic?
I am.
Yeah. What is your favorite kind of sports? And have you ever done a trip around those?
I have not. Well, I mean, other than we used to go skiing. Ski trip. My husband is an avid golfer and they travel the world with a group of them golfing. However, when we are going to be spending quite a bit of time in South Florida at Rosemary Beach this summer, and I noticed the hotel we're staying at offers paddleboard, stand-up paddle. And I just got excited when I saw that, and I said, I'm going to try that. My husband just laughed. He's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like fun, actually. I like it.
I think I've always wanted to try it, and when we were in Hawaii, there was no way, because people were doing it. It was admirable, but the current was way too strong for me to be comfortable. So I said,
I hear you.
I think in the Gulf, it's pretty calm, at least not in the hurricane season. And I'm going to try it. So I'll keep you posted.
Well, keep me posted. I mean, again, I must be the most boring person out there. I mean, literally, I do I put me on a camera on screen and I'm in my element, but put me outside and give me a golf club. Not gonna happen. So I'm really obviously a staycation kind of gal. So let's talk a little bit about staycation, backyard gatherings.
Love it.
And it's funny because even when you and I were talking about the backyard gathering, I said, well, I'm paper plates. We throw some burgers on the grill, and we, that's what we do. And you went, oh, no, that's not what I do. So talk about what you do.
No, everything has like a theme and to the nth degree. But it's fun. I love doing that. And even when we eat, like when just have a couple over for dinner, it's like everything is, I like to have everything done.
I want to be you.
Makes me happy. I'm not crazy. I'm not Martha Stewart by any stretch, but I do enjoy. I like entertaining. It gives me peace and happiness to have everybody over and to make it an experience.
And that again goes back to your takeaway. Do what makes you gives you joy and brings you joy. I'm a red meat girl. I love my Traeger. I mean, I will do red meat any day of the week. Probably not good for my cholesterol, but I love red meat. And you, on the other hand, you're fish, right? You don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
On a gas barbecue. And that was the funny thing. We were talking about even the equipment that we use, right?
Yeah.
I'm just fascinated by...
What's a Traeger? I honestly don't know what that is.
A Traeger is a smoker. And you plug it in and you put these briquette, they're not briquettes, they're little pellets that you put in, and they're hickory flavored or they're elm flavored, and you put them in and the flavor permeates the meat that you put in there. So because we like meat so much, that it's kind of fun. It smokes
So
though.
similar on my grill, I will soak a cedar plank in water for about an hour, and then pop a nice fresh piece of salmon or whatever on there, and that just sends me to heaven.
It sounds delicious. I have a plank, but I put it in my oven. So I've never put it on the grill. I should try that. I think I should try that. You
Yeah.
know, so you do thematic stuff. My theme is paper plates. But because you were talking about thematic and making sure, for those of you out there that like to do this and really you like to entertain, I encourage you again, go check out the Uncork Kit. We put in there some really
So
cool.
much fun putting this together, you guys. It's going to
Remember
get
what's in there? Tell us a little bit about what's in there. We had some glasses, some
glass, well, unbreakable glassware, and of course, champagne, martini glasses, rocks glasses, everything you can imagine. Beautiful melamine outdoor dishes, so you can be comfortable. The kids, dogs aren't going to break. And gosh, what else is in there?
I put because I like this. I put the White Claw in there.
I did not approve that.
I know you did not approve that, but you know what? It comes in natural lime and grapefruit, ruby grapefruit. It comes in.
I might like that. I might like the lime.
Yeah, it's actually really tasty. If you'd like seltzer, they're actually, even though there's alcohol in it, you really don't feel the alcohol. It's really more of a refreshing seltzer drink. I happen to like seltzer. I don't think you like seltzer that much. Not that much. I'm going to go get some melamine plates because I can step it up a little bit. And I think that makes sense, especially when you're eating meat on a paper plate and oops.
It's hard. Exactly. It's hard. Yeah. And then there's serviceware, like beautiful bowls and silverware things. And gosh. Oh no, okay. So this is my favorite, the raft.
Right.
Okay. It's umbrella fabric. And I actually had it and had to find out where it was made. They had it at our hotel in Punta Mita last month. And it is the most beautiful, comfortable, reversal. Every raft, I don't love them but this I never wanted to get out of the pool. So definitely take a look at that. That's fabric. You can't go wrong.
No, you can't. And you also put some barbecue smoker stuff in there as well. A fish basket, and a thing that you could put vegetables so they don't fall through. All those things, and that can be used, guys. Whether it's a Traeger, a smoker, a gas grill, or
grill bread. I made avocado toast yesterday for everybody, and I was out at 6 a.m. grilling before it got too hot. Just throw some olive oil on a beautiful, piece of sourdough bread and grill it and smash some avocado and you're good to go.
I think that's delish. I mean, we could live outside if it wasn't so damn hot, right? So there's other things that you can do, whether it's a staycation or vacation. I'm very fortunate here in where I live, Coachella. I'm in Coachella Valley, and the Coachella Festival's here, right? And so we could go to a music, if I was so inclined, with the crowds of people, which not so much.
I go to Stagecoach. I don't think I would go to Coachella.
I probably Stagecoach. But the idea is there are music events outdoors that you can go to or indoors. There are local events, and I think it's really important, especially now coming out, to support those local events. Go to them, even if you kind of don't go support them.
And support the artists. I mean, they struggle too. So this is a chance to really show them that, my music and my listening habits got me through a lot this past year. And it's a way to give some love back to them.
And you're an amazing violinist. I'm a pianist. And, the two of us have that in common as well. We're classically trained and we do that. The music got me through it as well. I'm actually looking, one of the theaters here, they're bringing in some orchestras. And I am going to go and experience the orchestras.
That's going to make you, that's a good way to dip your toes in the water. Get you out in the crowd and.
Right, and day escapes. That was the other thing we talked about. Take a day and go somewhere. So it's in your neck of the woods, where would be a day escape for you guys?
Well, Sedona is beautiful. I'd probably spend the night. It's about 4 hours from where I am, but there's so much Sonoita, which actually we have beautiful wineries in Arizona, which is not a common knowledge. And it's southeast. It's beautiful. There's, Nogales. You can pop across the border for a beautiful day of shopping and lunch and come back. So, and then Phoenix is an hour and a half. So it's fun to go up and meet girlfriends and shop and enjoy the great restaurants up there.
Yeah. Sounds like
How
fun.
about you? How about where
Well,
you? Idlewild.
Idlewild is absolutely stunning.
Love it.
We can also take the tram up to the top
Mhm.
where it's like 30 degrees cooler.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. First time I ever saw snow. I was 3 years old up
so
that train.
we're going to do that, but we're also near Temecula, so we can go to the wine
You
country
get the
there.
wine now. Nice.
And we're also a couple hours from La Jolla, from the beach. So if we wanted to, drive there, but as you just said, it probably would just stay overnight because it's gorgeous there.
Yeah,
And
you're not going to want to make that a day trip. But
yeah,
again, it's a close. You can feel comfortable. You're pretty close to home. Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. And I think whether you're taking your staycation right now or your vacation right now or in 6 months, all of these things are valid. And I think it works no matter what you're doing. If it's a little cooler, obviously there's other things you can
Well,
do.
and I'm sure it's like this where you are, but our local resorts, and world-class resort, Dove Mountain is the Ritz chain's #1 resort in their chain.
Wow.
They're having great deals for the summer because it is hot here. So people come down from Phoenix,
Right.
pop over from California. So it's a great financial break too, just to
Right.
get away and to support your local economy is nice.
Exactly. Again, we're going back to that. I think it's so important that we support the local economy. So
Yeah.
we've dealt with whether we stay or we go. And
I'm
I'm
going.
curious, guys. Those of you who are listening, whether it's live or on replay, let us know. Are you going to do a staycation or
Yeah.
a vacation? And if
And
you're,
send some ideas, like
yeah,
please share your ideas. We'll put them out there and share them with everybody because I think we are all chomping at the bit in whatever way we can and
exactly.
will to get out.
Well, and for me, and I guess I kind of forgot to say this. One of my staycations is I haven't seen my folks in a year and a half. And so they live in Los Angeles. It's about a 2-hour drive. So one of our staycation things are going to be is to get in our car and surprise my parents, who I haven't seen, and they're in their late 80s. So I want to, I really want to go see them. And so we're going to get in our car, I think, and we're going to go up to Santa Monica, where it's a whole lot cooler. Near the beach, and we're going to go there. So that's another thing, is visiting
Beautiful.
family and friends, right? Visiting family and friends that we maybe
Yes.
haven't seen in a very long
Mhm.
time. So.
Yep.
So, any last minute thoughts about all of this?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for tuning in. We know you have a lot of choices in how you spend your time, and we appreciate this. And we hope you've enjoyed this. And we really encourage you to share your ideas and locations, any hidden gems, any getaways that you can share. We would love to share that with the community.
Absolutely. And, the show's called Uncorked. So each time we meet, which is the first Tuesday of the month, we have a different topic, but we never are far from our glass of whatever we're drinking.
Not ever.
Ever. We have that. And if you have some ideas of things that you'd like us to cover, we'd love to hear from you as well on that. I mean, we've got lots of topics, but if there's something you say, oh, you know what, we'd like to get your take on it, go ahead and put that in the comments as well. We'd love to hear from you. And as Mel said, you do have a choice. So thank you for choosing us today, because we appreciate you. And make sure you tune in next time on the first Tuesday of next month, August, for our next show. I can't believe this year, we're halfway through the year.
I know, it's crazy.
How did that happen? I don't know how that happened. So go out and give somebody an awesome day, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone. Bye, Mel.
Bye.